At any point in the past few years, you've probably heard eat right. What does that even mean? Not everyone agrees that using a dietary supplement to enhance your mental and physical well-being is a good thing. It seems like every day, new research comes out warning of potential side effects of these popular supplements. So who should we believe? And should we give the power of choice over to prescription? Here to get to the bottom of the dietary supplement debate is Dr. Carol Ann Malizia. Okay, Carol Ann, or should I say Dr. Carol Ann? The big question on everybody's lips today, do you need supplementation?
Well, this is the answer. What we know, and as a consultant in the holistic healthcare industry, we know that there are huge pitfalls in the American menu right now. And what that looks like is a plethora of processed foods. And unfortunately, all these foods, Carol, the body doesn't recognize. So the answer to the question is yes, there is a tremendous need for whole food nutrition specifically and supplementation because of the pitfalls in the American menu.
So it's called SAD, S-A-D.
Correct.
The Standard American Diet for a reason.
Exactly, and it is. And what we do know is that just because we don't eat it, the opposite side, doesn't mean that we don't need it. But for sure, the pitfalls today in the American diet are really what have led us to a lot of the challenges that we have today in healthcare.
Well, certainly I know I'm a raw foodist, as you know, because you're a good friend of mine. And I eat all kinds of raw foods, and I know that there aren't holes in a whole raw food. Yet I still supplement tremendously. How important is that for everybody else?
Well, the reason why it's so important specifically is because when we take in a whole food, like I know you do, and especially with raw foods, what's important is that you're getting the whole carrot, let's say. So you're getting all
the skin,
the enzymes,
the green that's attached to it,
the cofactors and the enzymes and all of the synergistic minerals that go into that carrot in one swallow, or maybe 4 or 5 carrots, versus an isolate. The challenge is that there are many supplements.
Wait. What's an isolate?
Great question. One thing out of the carrot. Let's just say we gave you 1,200 milligrams of beta-carotene. Your body is not going to know what to do with that amount of beta-carotene when we take it out of the carrot.
Right,
but
so it needs everything. It has to work synergistically so that the body can recognize it and absorb it, basically.
Perfect.
All right, so today there's the big debate about whether or not these supplements need to be looked over and guarded by the FDA. It's a big debate. What are you thinking about that?
Well, what I think is this, and what I know is this, is working with whole food supplements, for example, the standard process, they've been around for 80 years, and they're on corporately grown crops, certified organic farmland, so we literally pull them out of the ground. We dry them at low temperatures, which I know that you like, because that means that they're maintaining their enzyme quality and a high drying capacity.
So enzyme quality means you're able to digest them, ingest them more.
And the body recognizes them.
Interesting. All right, so now we have standard process, which, okay, everybody knows, but maybe not every label is a standard process label. So if you're worried about something hidden in your supplements, what should you do?
Again, terrific question. You want to make sure that you understand what you're reading. Like, if a label says kale and Brussels sprouts, terrific, you know what you're taking into the body. But if there are really long words and you can't pronounce them, 9 times out of 10, your body can't interpret them either.
All right, but it's not even just that. There are disclaimers on the back of some of these supplements. Like if you go into a store and you buy a supplement that builds your body and gives you muscle, and then you look at it, it says disclaimer on the bottom, basically. It says it may have been bottled in a facility that does peanuts or gluten or other kinds of things. So I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's very important to read that label on the bottom, the very small on the bottom that says what else might be in this supplement.
I couldn't agree with you more. And we are very fortunate that we also really foster a lot of patient and client and health practitioners' relationships, because you do want to do it under the guidance of a healthcare practitioner that understands what the fine print means. And so sometimes...
So you have someone to go to who's following you.
Exactly. A coach, a health coach.
In terms of that, because you go into these stores and they have all this supplements to make you bigger and muscles and make you skinnier and all this other stuff, and it might not work with something else you're taking.
Correct.
So you have to really be responsible enough to go to a doctor, make sure that the things that you're taking not only are clean, but that they all work synergistically together. In other words, they all work together for your well-being and your health.
Correct, because synthetic supplements are really no different than synthetic drugs, Carol, and that's where we run into the challenge.
Oh my gosh, that is so powerful.
It's true.
It's a synthetic supplement is like a synthetic drug.
Correct.
So not only on top of how it might not be the best for your body, it's also terrible for your liver.
Well, that's a
That
great
poor liver.
point, because the liver is so important, especially for women. So things like cruciferous complete and Spanish black radish that naturally increase the enzymes in the liver to take away all the toxins from our makeup and maybe excess alcohol or caffeine. And on a day like today, you didn't get a chance to really eat your Brussels sprouts or your kale.
Oh my
You
gosh,
want to be
Carolyn,
able to take it.
you just gave us a great little hint to all those women out there who are looking to be healthier.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for being here. It was so enlightening talking to you, and I know we have a lot of conversations like this, so I appreciate you coming down here and
Pleasure.
being with me. When we come back, a news flash on the